So if you're looking for the festive discounts, we still have another few days to go and we'll be closing that. So please book your whole chart reading now. And the readings will take place only in January, December end or January, if at all there are some slots left. And we are organizing Tarpana and Durga Shaptashati part for the ancestral fortnight, and followed by the Navratris, the 9 nights of Durga. So you can, of Devi, or we can say the goddess. So you can also book a slot for yourself for the puja. And it's on a very nominal fee, or we can say donation to the priest. So it is something which you can do, the tarpana, if at all your parents, your ancestors have taken to another journey ahead. Or you can also book if at all you are having a Pitra Dosham. So let's start with the weeklies today and hope to see you on the other side. Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Lenka, I'm a Vedic Astrologer, and today I'm going to be talking about week 40th of the year 2023. This is from the 2nd till the 8th of October, and this is based on moon's ingress and interaction with all the planets. It's going to be a very, I would say, too many things happening this week, because Venus is going to be changing signs, and Mars is going to be changing signs, and there are many other moon's interaction with the planets also, which are going to be impacting us all in our day-to-day lives. So stay tuned if you want to understand what is happening in the beginning part, and then we'll be moving on to the predictive, how it is going to be for all the 12 signs, and I'll be doing the readings as per that. So to start with, I would just request you, if at all you're looking at the transits, you must understand that the dasha plays a very important role. Suppose you are in a particular dasha and it triggers that event which you are heading to or you wanting to happen, job change, marriage, childbirth, etc. So the transits are also one of the tools to trigger the events. So if dasha is the courier or the package which is already ready for you, so the transit is the delivery, celestial delivery guy. So if at all you are not getting the right kind of predictions, you see that it's not matching. So see from your dasha also, which I'll be sharing with you as well later, that how you have to check the chart. And you have to also take them as the general readings. Sometimes, you know, what happens because of the time zones, the event doesn't take place on the very same day. So change your time as per your zone also, maybe plus a day when it is towards the east of India, and minus a day or few hours when it is towards the west of India. So that's the reason, you know, my readings are maybe not matching with you, and you just unsubscribe because it's not matching. And sometimes, you know, it matches accurately and you say, oh, wow, this was so accurate. So just take it in a stride, and I do claim that, you know, 50 to 60%, maybe sometimes 70%, the accuracy level is there. And for the personalized reading, it is always a better option. And you are getting 30% discounts also right now. So it's not a bad deal. So just book a reading for yourself, though it's very late, going to be taking place only in December or January. So you can just book now and gift yourself a New Year gift by booking a reading. And do subscribe my channel if you're watching me for the first time. You must know these are all general readings, and I do take a weeklies, monthlies, yearlies, and innermost transits and outermost transits of the planets, as well as the tutorials from time to time. And I've been doing these, transit. I've been just checking the transits from, or was observing the planets since past 30 years. So it's not a very short duration, you know, and I've aged, and it's my passion. So I want you to, just experience reading for yourself and see for yourself. I don't think so you will leave astrology ever. So it's very interesting. I'm very fond. I'm madly in love with astrology and the planets and the signs and all the readings that I do. And so This week we have, let me first tell you what is happening this week. Venus is going to be in Leo again. So if at all you will go back and see, Venus was in Leo sign from the 7th of July till the 7th of August. So that was the time when, you must have experienced some, major changes in your life, experiencing some upheavals in the relationships also. And now Venus is going to be in the sign again, and it is going to be very, very crucial. And it's the Sun sign where it is entering, and it is going to be forming an exchange later also. I've made the monthlies or October month, so you can just go back and see the October horoscope also. There are two parts because one is from Aries to Virgo and the other one is from Libra to Pisces. Do watch that video as well. Mars is going to be in Libra and conjunct Ketu. That's why this color combination, Ketu and Mars. 3rd October till the 16th of November. This week, it is going to be in progression towards its own sign of Scorpio. It's going to be an onward journey to that sign. But surely from, people say that it is going to be really a very, very grave kind of a combination which is happening. But you must remember they are friends. Ketu and Mars are friends. You can get a little impulsive, but that aggression you can channelize also. It's up to you. It's that's the reason, people sometimes are not able to handle their anger. They have anger issues. They're not able to handle them well. But at times, people I have seen in a very, very grave situation also, they handle it very calmly. So it's up to you how you handle your Mars's energies. So if you channelize it towards the proper way, to the proper channel, I think it is not going to be that grave, because you must remember that it's a ruler of Aries and it's right opposite. So it's V.P. Goel sir said once, it is the Shiva Shakti. Any house which is right opposite, that is the 7th house, brings about the power to the first, that particular house. Any house which is 7th from any house. So this is going to be bringing that Shiva Shakti combination coming forward. So you must accept and not take decisions in impulse and stay calm. This is the time to stay calm and don't be too rash in your speech, in your driving. All of that you have to be careful about. Mercury is going to be Asta, that is combust, from the 8th of October till the 16th of November for 40 days. So that's also, going to be giving you some confused state of mind, when you're conveying something. You're dependent on somebody else. When a planet gets combust, it means that it is losing his potency and it's depending on somebody else's potency or somebody else's mercy, he is on. But at the same time, it's exalted. So it's a very beautiful time for Mercurians also. And where your Mercury is, Mercury Dasha Lord is, wherever your Mercury, if it's the Dasha Lord. Also, we have a Sarvartha Siddhi Yoga, as I say, the auspicious day. You can always, make the best use of these dates to initiate anything which is auspicious. Maybe you want to move house, you want to do housewarming, or you want to lay the foundation of the building or the house that you're constructing. And also, you can maybe start education, romance, or anything which is auspicious for you, depending on your personal, requirement. So you can use these dates. Sarvartha Siddhi Yoga means it's overall an auspicious timing. So 3rd of October, 6:15 a.m. till the evening, 6 o'clock, it is a good day. 4th of October, 6:15 a.m. till the next morning, it's a good time. 8th October, 6:17 a.m. till the midnight, it's an auspicious day. So you can utilize these dates, because people come to me for Muhurta. I always prefer to, just take the readings, avoid the readings and use these as Muhurtas. Especially, if you are doing small things, don't reach out to the astrologer. Don't bother yourself to pay the fee for small things, petty things. Unless you're on a crossroads, never seek help and advice from an astrologer. I always recommend and always suggest my clients not to depend on astrology and become handicapped that no, I want to do day-to-day things also depending on astrology. That's even I am not going to be doing for myself. Please don't be over dependent on astrology, and barely baked or half baked knowledge is definitely not good. So don't do self-medication if you are a doctor in a way, So don't go in for astrological help or consultation until and unless you are on a crossroad. Okay, you have to make two choices. Then you must seek the help of the astrologer and the expert. So the Sarvartha Siddhi Yoga you can use as the Muhurta, so you save money there. So don't use astrology consultation. Moon is going to be transiting Aries on the 1st and the 2nd. First, I've already covered though. It's going to be conjunct Rahu and Jupiter, and it's going to be in trine to Venus. So you have to be very cautious about making decisions related to your relationship. You can just, start some education also. All of that happens when, this moon is in Aries. So I'm going to be incorporating all of these in the readings. And it's going to be aspected by Saturn also. So be disciplined. Taurus, 3rd and the 4th, it exalts in the Taurus sign. So it's a beautiful time for finances, because moon is going to be quite happy here. And this is going to be also in trine to Mercury and Sun, and is going to be aspected by Mars. Moon is going to be, let me share the screen and show you. It's better that I show you everything like this. You will not be able to understand. Maybe if you're an astrologer, then it is good if you can. So, okay. Moon is going to be, first of all, here in the Aries sign, and then going to be moving into Taurus and then Gemini. So as you can see, it's in trine to Venus here. And then it is going to be in Taurus. It's going to be in trine to Mercury, Sun. Mars is going to be changing signs on that day. And then it's going to be in the Gemini sign, where it is going to be in trine to Saturn and Ketu. So this is what is the sky looking like. So you see, when you are looking at the readings, you must see where the moon is transiting, so you yourself are well equipped to understand the transits, So be more, more this week, you just be more, responsible. Don't shirk your responsibilities, and whatever you're like, feeling, you might just be getting involved in yourself more, because Saturn is looking at moon to start with, and then moon will be in the sign of Taurus, which is the exaltation place. So this is really positive for you, because it is going to be in trine to Sun also. So this is good for your subconscious and conscious self, and intentions and actions, thoughts and feelings. You feel that you are thinking too deeply about your finances. Holistically, it is more a complete sense of presence, And also we have Mercury also in the trine to this moon. So this is going to be giving you some kind of, personal and emotional tug of war. So be logical, and don't lose your patience. Be clear-headed about your objective. Don't go haywire when this moon is in trine. And as it is, it's going to be in the Taurus sign. So you are going to be quite concerned about your finances also during this time. And when moon is in the sign ruled by Mercury again in Gemini. So this is the time when it is going to be in opposition or trine to Ketu and Saturn, sorry, not opposition. So this is the time you can be a little anxious. You all have to be careful about all of that. So this is what is the week looking like. So let's start with reading, and subscribe my channel, sorry, so that you can get all the updates, timely updates also. So this is based on the ascendant, moon, and your Dasha sign. Okay. Now, what is the Dasha sign? See, you have to make your Dasha sign, Dasha planet. Suppose you are in the Saturn period and Saturn is in Sagittarius. So make Sagittarius your first house. And if at all you are in the sub period of a planet in Saturn Dasha, then make that planet's sign the first house. Suppose it's Venus, Venus is in Libra. So make Libra your first house and see how the planets are moving and how it is going to be the transitory positions impacting you. That is the reason, the readings become quite accurate if you see from your dasha. So it's like a personalized reading for you. Okay. So make that your sign and see. So let's start with Aries first. So for Aries natives, Moon is going to be transiting your first, second, and third houses this week. It's a very beautiful time to start something new, something different, something which is going to uplift you. Your mental setup is going to change and you're going to be feeling quite charged up during this time. Also, this is going to be giving you some vibrations, energies around you, and you're going to be having some, your immediate environment, you're going to be quite you worried about, or you're concerned about, or you're going to be very caring about them because you have that mental setup, and this is going to be giving you some restlessness also because, you get restless when Moon is over your head. You become fickle-minded. So this might just bring about, so that when is that happening? On the first and the second, this is the condition of yours. And then, you might just get some, you're more towards expectations, because Jupiter is also there in the first house, and it's a Guru Chandala yoga which is forming in the first house, as well as Gajukesari yoga also when Jupiter and Moon are together. So for the people who are babies who are born during this time, this is a very positive yoga. So this is also about fresh starts, beginnings, because you have been in isolation. Now you want to be starting afresh. So this is going to be giving you some new outlook towards everything. You might just change your appearance. You might just go for a makeover or something like that. And how is your, how people perceive you also, you will be thinking about. This is a very good time for starting a new relationship, romance, because it's about yourself. So you will be concerned, or you'll be focused on yourself now. And because there is this Rahu Ketu axis active, so you might become a little self-centric also when Moon is transiting there. So for 2 days, you will be in that mode. Venus is in the trine also. So you might just be focused on your relationships more, on your money matters more during this time. You're going to be maybe working out. You'll be depending on, your environment more. So you're basically looking after your health, about your wealth, about your relationships now. So that is the inward you, your mind is towards inside, your thought process is towards inward movement. Also, Moon is going to be in your Taurus sign on the 3rd and the 4th. It's exalted there. And there is this Mercury and Sun also in trine, as I said, if Moon is here, Mercury, Sun will be here. Mars, though, will be moving in the next sign. So for you, this is going to be bringing about too much attention and focus on your value system. You're going to be concerned about your emotions. Your emotions are towards how you can manage your finances, how you can take care of your or uplift yourself financially. You might be going in for some investments during this time. You might be just forming a connection with your family. You want to spend more time with your family. Remind yourself how you have proven yourself to yourself, no matter what the others are thinking. Think of everything you have achieved and pay attention to yourself now, about just payments, bills, all of that, you're concerned about also during this time. But this is the time when you should be focused more on what are your achievements, what is your family values, what is your traditional values system. Okay, we do have the ancestral fortnight. You must actually propitiate you should feed the feed people, anybody you come across, if they are wanting food, they are underprivileged, they're hungry, just feed them with something. So quit your karma like that. And it's about the ancestral fortnight, so you can connect with the ancestors like this, and you're going to be helping them. In fact, when you donate, you're actually trying to pacify your karma also, and your onward journey gets clearer because of this, and it is a smooth sail. So you must actually focus more on donations during this time and feed the animals also during this time. Moon will be transiting your third house on the 5th, 6th, and the 7th evening. It's going to be in trine to Ketu, Mars, and Saturn. Mars is also going to be in trine to this moon. And in Taurus sign, even Mars is going to be aspecting. I forgot to tell you that Mars is also going to be looking there. So you will have that energy to work on your finances more, but it is not good for your partner's health, for your speech. Dental issues can come up. So take care of all of that as well. When moon is in Gemini sign, you will be having some, your mind is centered around communication. Maybe you will be taking some short journeys during this time. You will be meeting somebody from the overseas, or maybe there is some presentation that you have to go through. Some communication is definitely there. So you're going to be more towards the tasks that you have been assigned, and you want to fulfill those tasks. You want to complete those tasks, the deadlines that you have to meet. The emotional communication could be also possible during this time. That is on the 5th, 6th, and 7th evening. And you can be a little more spiritual also on this day, or maybe you're going to be taking a spiritual journey during this time. And then moon is going to be lastly in the Cancer sign, and that's on the 8th and also the 9th I'm covering here. So here it is forming a 6-8 relationship with Saturn. So when it is in the 4th house, there is a possibility that you are more concerned about your domestic affairs. You're very, very, particular about each and everything, each and every aspect in your family life. Also, it is not good for your mother's health, because from the 4th house, Saturn is in the 8th house. So you have to take care of your mom's health also. But this is a very satisfying kind of an energy, because you're home. You feel very comfortable. You want to connect with your own family members during this time. And this is also a very comforting time for you. When you are at home, you feel comfortable. So you will be connecting with your family, friends, and you will be just paying attention to the household chores. You will be maybe fixing something which is broken. You might be just redoing your place. As it is, we are heading to Diwali next month, so you might be just redecorating or redesigning or renovating your place also, quite possible. So we have to be practical as well here. So you will be maybe promoting too much of emotions, and you might be connecting with, or maybe you're performing tarpana on this day, so you're very emotional about your ancestors also, and you want to know who am I? What's my family? Who's my family? So all those questions will be answered. And it's a good time to start education, as I said, as well. And it is going to be giving you some, inclination to buy vehicles, or a new vehicle, or property matters also you want to end. For children, it is a very beautiful time if you are on the way to progeny, childbirth. So this is a good week for you. And do hear the Sarvartha Siddhi Yoga, which I have mentioned in the beginning part, which is like the auspicious days when you can perform certain activities, which is like as a Mahurata we take. So that is something you can take up also. Okay. So this is what is the week looking like for you. And for you, the best thing, because Mars is transiting your 7th house, the best thing is to just lie low. Don't consider that, don't think that you are the best all the time, the superiority complex. You can be actually entrapped in that. So don't get sucked in by those energies, and just lie low, be more spiritually inclined, and be more positive when Mars is in your 7th house. It's actually going to be giving you some friction within the family, with partner especially. So maybe the partner becomes very, very spiritually inclined, or is, just detaching from you. Okay. So be prepared for all of that. It's not going to be, it's a completion, 7th house is the completion. We always say it's a completion. We don't consider it as a bad transit. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Taurus. All right. So for Taurus natives, moon is going to be transiting your 12th, 1st, 2nd, and lastly, the 3rd house. So when moon is in the 12th house, we have a Jupiter and Rahu there. That's happening on the 1st and the 2nd. So this might bring about expenditures on gadgets, on books. Maybe you'll be buying books and you might be traveling also. It could be that you are going to be meeting some foreigners, or you're going to be getting connected with the foreigners, or you're going to be getting some projects or some kind of connection with somebody overseas. It is also an isolating kind of an energy, because you know what happens when you are having moon in the 12th house, you don't connect with the world. You want to be in your inner world. You want to connect with yourself, or maybe you're in that creative zone, you're a poetic zone. So you want to just be in that, isolation. You want to spend more time, lone time. You want to write something. You want to be more involved in your conscious level. What is happening in the world? What exactly is it that I should be doing? All of those, you're going to be contemplating during this 1st and the 2nd, especially. And you're going to be very, very creative also. And this might bring about some unconditional love, innocence, openness, mystical you, and you are going to be connecting with the inner conscious also. This might bring about some health issues to somebody in the family, and you have to visit the hospital, or you're going to be, yourself a little unwell, so you're on medication. And that's why you're in isolation. You are not moving out. Examine your motivation now. What are your emotions saying? What are they directing you to? So all of that you are going to be working on during the 1st and the 2nd. On the 3rd and the 4th, moon is going to be in your 1st house, and it is going to be exalted there, and it's going to be in trine to Mercury, Sun, and Sun also. Mars is going to be in the, let me change the day so that Mars is exit. Yeah, Mars has come out of it. So that's the reason I'm changing this. It's actually starting from the 2nd. So let me write here 1 sec. Sorry about this. So this is from the 2nd to the 8th October. Okay. So yeah, what is happening here? For you in the 1st house, when moon is transiting the 1st house, you're going to be very emotionally charged up. You are thinking about yourself. You can be paying attention to yourself more now. And there is a possibility that you have ego clashes with people also, because moon is exalted here. So you are in that tug of war, because Mercury is in the 5th house. A tug of war about what? No, I'm going to be very practical. No, I'm going to be very emotional. I'm making decisions, very emotionally. So all of that, is going to be bringing you under confusion also. You are just not about thinking. It's about responding from heart, the soul, emotional center, and also how you are going to be, because it's a position where Mars is in the natural zodiac. So you might have those triggers also: fickle-mindedness, warrior-like instinct. You want to just complete the task. So all of that is also going to get you somewhere. Your goal achievement is also possible during this time, because this is the warrior-like moon. So, and also, you're going to be paying attention to your appearance, your looks. You're going to go for a hairdo or something, and maybe there is a new look. You feel like being independent. You don't want interference during this time. So all of that is just the theme of this moon in the 1st house. But yes, it is in trine to Sun and Mercury, so there is a trigger at the workplace. Maybe you're going to be changing your house also, maybe during this, for this 3rd and the 4th. Then on the 5th, 6th, 7th evening, till the evening 7th, it's going to be in Gemini sign. And in Gemini sign, it's going to be in trine to Ketu and Mars and Saturn also. So this is the time when you will feel and in the Taurus sign, it was aspected by Mars also. So the warrior instinct is definitely going to be there any which ways. So when it is in Gemini sign, you have to be careful about your speech, about how you feel about your emotions. Eat right during this time, because it's in trine to Saturn and Ketu and Mars. So eat right, sleep on time, and also you are concerned about your material, tangible things and how you can just figure out about what is, how you can make money out of money also. You're thinking too much about that. And you have dual professions because it's the third house, it's the third sign, which is in your second house. So you're thinking about switching, in between, you're just in between, basically, whether I should take up this or I should take up that. That is why I always say, if you're on the crossroads, please take help from the astrological tool, because this is the tool which is derived from the sages. They have observed the universe and they have just come back with this beautiful science of astrology. So you must actually, not depend on it, of course, but yes, you should seek advice and help from the divine through astrology. So this might be just a confused state of mind, you're in, whether I should be doing this or I should be doing that. And also with the help of your family, you will come out of that as well. You are pretty much fickle-minded also in the family affairs. So take help, just see how you can improve on yourself, on your speech, because you can have aggressive speech during this time because of the trinal connection of Mars, Ketu, and Saturn. Okay. And don't get involved in any kind of litigation. Don't take loan which you can't pay. So take loan in your own capacity. Don't waste your money like that. Okay. And we do have okay, so we do have Moon transiting through Cancer sign towards the end of the week, 8th and the 9th. Here it is actually, the third house transit. So third house is very good for activities like communication. You want to just travel. You're very emotional about your family, also about your siblings. Maybe you're concerned or you're paying attention to your siblings also. So this is going to be like, how you can figure out now how you can communicate with people. So that is something which is taking you to another level, because you're understanding others. You can see through people. So this is a very beautiful time for that as well. But this is forming a 6-8 relationship with Saturn. So this is not a very good time for your siblings' health. So you must pay attention to your siblings' health also during this time. And this is the time to understand your security, your comfort. What exactly is it that you should learn now? Maybe you are going to be teaching something, speaking something, presentation is there, some kind of voice, finding the voice somehow is going to be very, very helpful for you during this time. You're going to be actually in that mode where you are self-revealing. The voices inside you are going to be telling you which way to go. Intuition actually works here when Moon is in the third house in Cancer sign. So your intuition is very strong. You know what is coming, So you're going to be actually quite dependent on your intuition, and you will get quite a lot of revelations also. It's a good time for student natives, good time for your health, improvement of health, in fact. But at the same time, you must seek advice from the experts before jumping into conclusion about your investments. I would suggest that do not at any cost go ahead blindly and park your funds where you are not sure of. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Gemini. These are all live sessions, I must tell you. And if all the timestamps are not there, please help me with the timestamps. I am not finding that kind of time these days. So I'm really grateful. Though I tell that, just go to the timestamp, because I know my audience is so sweet. My viewers are so sweet that they're doing the timestamps themselves. Thank you so very much. So coming to the Gemini sign. So for Gemini natives, this moon is going to be in your 11th, 12th, 1st, and the second house this week. And this is going to be a very good time to connect with your family, friends, and maybe, you're going to be partying around also. You're going to be throwing a party. You're going to be meeting your people. So it's an enjoyment time on the 1st and the 2nd. Enjoy. And this is also the time when you will be connecting with the charitable group or somewhere, you're going to be feeling and experiencing quite charitable, you are going to be donating somewhere something, and you're going to be expressing your own individuality, and you might be just breaking the rules also because Rahu is there. So your networking is the key, but with the right kind of people. Just make sure that you don't have that kind of a circle, who is going to be pulling you down or who's going to be taking you on the wrong path. So be watchful about that. And it is a very beautiful time to vent your emotions also. Maybe you will meet somebody from the past, very old friend, or maybe your ex-partner also comes back to your life. So this is something which will give you that sense of belonging. Okay, some good news might be coming your way. You will be very interested to get closer to your friends, your groups on the 1st and the 2nd. 3rd and the 4th, this moon is going to be in your 12th house, and it is exalted and in trine to Mercury and Sun as well, and aspected by Mars, not to forget. So here it is going to be, this is the house of heightened sensitivity and emotional need, actually, how you can connect with your inner world. You might be just too introvert. You might just isolate yourself, or you are just, enjoying the bed pleasures. You're with the partner. So that is also sort of a nirvana, you are in that sphere, in that zone where you zone out. So that is the time when moon is in the 12th house. You should connect with your partner. That it is a beautiful time. You can be a poet. You can be on the highest level of, totality of consciousness also. You might just be more involved in your own sphere, in your own cocoon. So that is something which, when moon is in the 12th house, going to be getting you at. Somebody in the hospital, so you're going to be looking that person up, or your relative or your friend or somebody. So that is also quite possible. Then 5th, 6th till the 7th evening, this moon is going to be in your 1st house, and it's going to be in trine to Ketu, Mars, and also Saturn. So that's the reason, you are getting very spiritually inclined. You're feeling that the universe is actually helping you out. You're finding that connect, because Saturn is in the 9th house and it's in retrogression. So you're finding, see, whenever Mars, Ketu, and Saturn are in trine, no, so take care of your feet, take care of your pains, the body pains. I've seen that people are, it's good if you're sporty, you should, that's a remedy also. You should actually be getting into some sports activity you should take up, or you should sweat it out, so that your bones become stronger. You have to eat right. You have to be taking your vitamins, vitamin D especially, in a good dosage or proper manner, so that you don't experience all of that. And when moon is in the 1st house, so you are going to be now outward oriented. When it was in the 12th house, you were inward oriented. Now you're outward oriented. So that is quite possible that you meet somebody, or you're having some meetings, or you are going to be starting with some emotional orientation. Now you're more towards doing for yourself. You want to expand your horizon. You want to just have a bigger picture around you. You're working on yourself. You're working on your looks also, when moon is in the 1st house, and it's in the Gemini sign after all. So you're going to be very vocal about yourself, about others. You're going to be understanding people. You can see through people, and you're going to be quite fickle-minded in making decisions. So don't make impulsive decisions, because Mars and Ketu are in trine. You can be a little anxious also. So just make sure that you don't fall prey to the ego, the false ego that you might be thinking that is not. So just don't keep that mask on your face, and just remove it. Be your actual self. And it's not about thinking. It's about responding from the heart, the soul, the emotional center. And you're going to be quite attracted to all of these now. Okay. And also there is a possibility of, maybe going out and dining with your family or with your friends. So this is a good time to connect with people, basically. And this will be giving you some freedom also, freedom of thought, freedom of mind. Okay. And moon will be lastly in your second house on the 8th and the 9th. So this is the time when you will be considering your finances more importantly, and you're going to be worried about your emotional security because it is a movable sign. So you're actually not having fixed income. You're always having some fluctuation or the other because moon waxes and wanes. And wherever the Cancer sign is, wherever moon sits, that area actually becomes little fluctuating. Or maybe, if moon transits through there, you can have some upheavals with your family members. There can be that, the equation is not, or the chemistry and bonding is not the same, or you're too emotional, you're too fickle-minded about your finances. Also, you're eating something which is not going to be good for your health. So all of that you have to be careful when moon is in your second house transit. And this will bring about some good time to review your finances. Also, it is very good if you just contemplate on what exactly do you want to do with your funds, your finances, and also what is your real value system. You should stick to that rather than taking a wrong route or wrong path. Okay, you will be getting some opportunities, resources coming your way this week. So this is a very positive time for that as well. Also, there is a Mars and Ketu in your 5th house. So this might bring about caring more towards the care is more towards your children. The attention is more towards your children. Okay, so pay that attention. Maybe they are going away from you, so you're going to be more concerned about all of that. And this is going to be bringing about some some changes which you can anticipate with this Mercury also exalted in your Kendra. I've already made the video on Mercury in the Kendra exalted, which is really very positive for you. So you should actually be doing the charities. You should be more on the donation side to the people who are in need and who can't afford even food, 1 square meal. Okay, so this is what is going to be helping you. Also, do the Pitru Tarpana if at all you have any kind of dosham in your chart, Pitru dosham. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Cancer. Sorry. Cancer. So for Cancer natives, this week moon is going to be in your 10th, 11th, 12th, and lastly, the 1st house. So when moon is in the 10th house, your focus and attention is basically on your approval and recognition. And Jupiter and Rahu are already there. So you will be more inclined towards your fame, your name, your expansion is there, or you will be more concentrated on the success, how you can just, achieve it. You want to be in the limelight. You feel that, people, if don't pay attention, you feel that it is quite disheartening. You feel quite discouraged. You feel quite low or discontent about your position. So that is something which this Rahu energy gives you already. You're having too much of workload though. You're going to be spending a lot of time at the workplace, and also you will be expecting to be noticed. Actually, Jupiter will help you with that because it's a Gajikesari yoga also. So this is going to be good for you, the name and fame that you're looking for. And also then moon is going to be in trying to Venus as well. So this is the time when you can connect with your family, with your partner, emotionally as well, physically as well. You can visit a religious place during this time, especially on the 1st and the 2nd. Moon moves into Taurus on the 3rd and the 4th, and is going to be in trine to Mercury, Sun, and aspected by Mars here. So this is the time when you have to take care of your relationship with your friends. You have to start afresh, maybe, you are going to be quite sociable. You're going to be very charged up. You're going to be having a lot of awareness about the social norms. You want to be in that group where you are uplifted. Now you want to, take a call with this moon in the 11th house. It's good if you can. Some news comes in from the ex-partner, or some good news also can be there, because Mars is looking here. Mars is your yoga karagraha, so it's a very beautiful time for upliftment. Of course, connection with the influential people is quite possible, and you might be meeting some like-minded people as well. So this is a very good time for you. And you might be, examining your goals. What are your life goals now? Or you can be very innovative, I want to do this, I want to do that. And if at all something is stuck, now that energy is going to be moving on. And we do have a Mars Ketu conjunction in your Kendra, that is in your fourth house. So you have to maintain cordiality. So you have to put effort to maintain cordiality amongst each other in the family. Also, you have to take care of your mom's health, because Mars and Ketu might give, with the Saturn also in trine to this Mars and Ketu. So there is a possibility that your mother is having problems in the legs, in the feet region especially. You have to take her to the doctor. Right kind of advice is required. Okay. And this might bring about some change of place also, travels also. It might just be good for buying and purchasing of property. So this is a very good time for the Cancer natives, especially with Mars Ketu conjunction in the fourth house. So drive safely, because fourth house is of vehicles also. So take care of that. And starting a new relationship, of course, is on cards this week. Moon will be in in Gemini on the 5th, 6th, and 7th evening. So this is going to be in trine to now Mars, Ketu, and Saturn. So again, it is getting activated in the 12th house. So you might just be very agitated, emotional, mix of the two. You want to isolate yourself, sob, maybe you want to write something. The best remedy is writing something, be the poetic you, or you just write whatever you're going through so that you can vent it out. But you are a little aggressive, you're uncomfortable, there are things which you might be feeling, experiencing, that isolating energy, that isolation and disconnect you might feel when Moon is in the 12th house. So it could be that you have worked a lot, you're really tired and you want to just go off to sleep. That is also something that you can be experiencing during this especially 5th, 6th, 7th. So maybe you have a presentation, you are working on that, or it could be that somebody's in the hospital, you're going and staying there with that person. You're going to be paying attention to that person. You're going to be spending on the hospitalization, or you are going to be connecting with the foreigners for work, because Mars is your 10th house ruler and it is in the 4th house. So it could be you shifting away from your place to another place. That's also quite likely, because Mars, Ketu, and Saturn, when they are forming a trinal connection, so it will take you to the overseas. As it is from the 4th house, Saturn is in the 5th house. So this is a very important time to take decisions related to your shift, change of job, change of place. So you're going to be making that kind of a decision, as it is Mercury is exalted in your 3rd house. Quite likely that you will be leaving your place and going to another place. Okay. So lastly, Moon will be in your 1st house and it is going to be in the Cancer sign there. So this might bring about too much of emotions. You might be just too dependent on your, outwardliness, and you are going to be quite vocal about your emotions also. Maybe you will be conveying, or expressing yourself. Okay. And you will manifest whatever you want during this time. You can be a little fickle-minded, you can be a little emotional, but at the same time, this is a very good time to understand others. What exactly do you want in life? So don't be too emotional, don't be too extreme to the practicality also. So try to strike a balance, and these energies will definitely give you some growth also. There will be some restlessness, but at the same time, you might make decisions at the end of the day, the correct ones. And practicality will win, remember, because there's a Mercury and Sun in the 3rd house. So maybe you will take the help of your family, to make decisions. So take care of your looks. Maybe you will go for some makeover or something on the 8th and the 9th. So that's something which is very, it's going to be like a good change for you. Okay. And Venus and Saturn opposition is also going to happen again. So earlier Saturn was also, at that time also right opposite this Venus on the 7th of July till the 7th of August. because Saturn went retrograde in June, so it was already retrograde when it was aspecting. Now things are different because Saturn is in is at some other degrees. So when it is at the same degrees, so that's the time when you will be having financial breakthroughs, and also in relationship you will be getting very serious and very disciplined. Okay, so I'll make this the video on Venus ingress also in Leo sign again. Okay, so this is what this week is for you. Coming to the next sign, that is Leo. All right. So for Leo natives, this week moon is going to be in your 9th, 10th, 11th, and lastly the 12th house. So 9th house transit is very good for exploring yourself, exploring what is your gravity, what is your learning, what is your knowledge. So now you're going to be maybe starting something new. You want to explore what exactly is your physical freedom of movement, expression, mental, spiritual, all that, your expansion, growth. You're thinking about learning more now. Maybe you're going to be very adventurous during this time. You're looking at the bigger picture now, better picture now. You are getting that support from the universe as well. Jupiter in the 9th house is sort of it makes you self-centric, but at the same time, it is very good for children, for students, for childbirth also. And this moon will be feeling quite secured and happy, and you will be very much involved in philosophy, knowledge, acquiring more knowledge, and there is that you're going to be getting connected with people, or your father, or the guru that you want to connect with, and that's how your life is going to change. That's happening on the 1st and the 2nd. Then moon is going to be in your 10th house on the 3rd, 4th, and that's the time when you want to just work a lot. You want to be gaining, you want that attention also. Moon is exalted, so you might just get that attention, you might just get that those accolades that you're waiting for, and you will get the that connection with the people around you also. Your reputation is going to be getting better, and you're going to be completing the tasks that you have been assigned. Moon is going to be trying to Sun and Mercury, so it's a good time to communicate with the bosses, the seniors, especially on the 3rd and the 4th. Very positive time, and you will be quite connected with your workplace, work culture, and you're going to be spending more time at the workplace also. And then moon is going to be in your 11th house and is going to be making you very sociable. You want to just, because it is in trine to Mars, Ketu, and Saturn, so you have to be a little extra cautious about your communication with the people around you during this time. Investments, you have to take care of your investments, take care of your creative energies, use your hands to make something, draw something, paint something, photography, something like that will really help you uplift yourself, enhance yourself, and discover yourself also in that process. And maybe your siblings might be having some problem or maybe siblings are going to be getting very spiritual, because Mars is siblings husband also for female counterparts, and is with Ketu. So maybe your husband gets very spiritually inclined if you're a woman yourself. And in the 11th house, I've seen that you get closer to your groups, your friends, the close-knit people, you are getting attached to. So that's also very positive. And your goal setting, that you have set your goals, and now is the time to achieve them as well. So 5th, 6th, 7th evening, this is going to be in Gemini, so which I just gave you the reading for. 8th, 9th moon is going to be in your 12th house, and that's the house of isolation. So you've had enough, you've traveled a lot, you've met with your friends, you've partied, you have just, enjoyed. Now you want to isolate yourself. You want to take a break, take rest, and you want to contemplate on what is happening around you. Those kinds of thoughts happen when moon is actually completing the cycle. The whole cycle is completed when moon comes into your Cancer sign, for you especially. So now you're contemplating on things, how, life is, what is happening, and you become very introverted. You want to be isolating yourself from the world. You focus on your dreams, longing, personal creativity, sensitivity. You're understanding all of that. And you are taking things very much to your heart. So don't be too emotional about things. People say something, don't get carried away. Just ignore, just move away from those people who are toxic. That's the best thing to do. And also, just work on your expenses. Expenses might increase, especially on the 8th and the 9th. So take care of them and take care of your financials, take care of your belongings. If you're traveling, maybe you're traveling on the 8th and the 9th overseas. So that's also quite likely. Okay. So for children, it's a good time. And for relationship also, you might just become very, very emotionally agitated during this time, because Mars is in trine to the 7th house as well. So there's a lot of fiery energy here. The Saturn is a cold planet, but it is retrograde. So it also behaves like Mars as per Sanketa Nidhi. Saturn behaves like Mars when it's in retrogression. So you have double the impact. So don't get involved in any ego clashes with your partner. Okay. The partner might be in isolation or is going to be moving away from you or has egoistical problems. So sort it out. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Virgo. Just give me a moment. I'll drink water. All right. So for Virgo natives, this week Moon is going to be in your 8th house to start with on the 1st and the 2nd, in Taurus sign on 3rd and 4th, and in Gemini sign 5th, 6th, and 7th evening, and Cancer sign on the 8th and the 9th. Though the week is from the 2nd to the 8th, but it is going to be in the Cancer sign from 8th and 9th. So I'm covering that as well. So what's happening when Moon is in the 8th house? You see 8th house energy, people actually, the Chandra Ashtama, as we say, it becomes very chaotic. You pick up something, you're not able to complete. You start something, you're not able to finish. You get very fickle-minded also when Moon is in the 8th house. Your experiences are very on the deeper plane. They're not superficially done. So it could be good, it could be bad, but you are going to be very, very emotionally attached to people, to things during this time. And you might be just more worried about your money, your possessions, your emotional issues you're sorting out. So all of that happens when Moon is in the 8th house on the 1st and the 2nd. It's conjunct Rahu and Jupiter. Take care of your health. As I always say, Rahu in the 8th house is something which you cannot diagnose the disease. So you have to be really very careful about your health. Once the Guru Chandala Yoga is over, things will get better, of course, for you, because Rahu is going to be leaving your 8th house. And also there is a possibility that you're going to be analyzing your own self. You might just put yourself in somebody else's shoes to understand what is happening in their life, what is that person going through. So that is something which is going to be giving you that deepening impact, and deepening impact means you can be a little secretive yourself, or you will get some secret revelations also. So it could be like, what is called the, maybe, the partner is going through some extramarital affair and you get that person caught. So that is something also I have seen when Moon is transiting the 8th house zone, or any planet which is like Mercury and all are transiting the 8th house zone. So in the 8th house, there are some undercurrents of energies also. You're going to be very emotional, over emotional. You can be on that zone where you are healing yourself, because it is the house of research, of deepening. So your thoughts are very deepened, you're thinking on very, not on a superficial plane. That is why it's the house of occult sciences also, because we are into the, being astrologers, we are too much involved in the research work. We know how to touch upon the secret realms. So that is the reason astrology is not a superficial knowledge. It is a very, very deep science, a deep knowledge. So when Moon is in the 8th house, your bonding with the people around you gets deepened also. So now you have to be worried about your investments, your finances, your insurance, your tax, inheritances. So pay attention. Mars is also looking here, of course, when moon is in the zone. So this will bring about some, aggression in your speech also. So you have to be very careful about all of that as well. When moon is in your Taurus sign on the 3rd and the 4th, this is the time when you will feel quite innovative. You want to do things, you want to acquire more knowledge, you want to actually learn about yourself. You are more about the spiritual freedom, as we say, freedom of mind, freedom of thoughts. You're looking at the bigger picture. You're not just confining yourself. Mars is also looking here, not to forget that. So this is the time when you will be experiencing a lot of energy about starting something new, initiating something new, something big. And this is going to be bringing about some connection with the gurus, teachers. You're going to be maybe starting with some course, and this might bring about some something to do with your you feel a little unpleasant, your mood gets off because of people saying something against you, lack of harmony you feel amongst the family, and the bonding is missing at times. You feel that, but it is going to be giving you that freedom of mind also, because you're going to be to yourself. When you learn more, when you acquire knowledge, what happens? Your mind opens up. So that's what this moon, when transits there, you're going to be inclined to learn more. You'll pick up that book, you have not read from a long time. You will start reading that. Or you want to write something, you have been thinking of writing. You're thinking of doing something, which uplifts you. Maybe, you're going to be doing it as a hobby. So maybe you're traveling for hobby. That is also quite possible. Okay. And you're going to be more inclined towards, karma fulfilling also. Let me do this for some other people, let me help them out. So that is so fulfilling, right? So that is when moon is in the Taurus sign, 3rd and the 4th. In the Gemini sign, moon transits on the 5th, 6th, 7th evening, and it's going to be in trine to Ketu, Mars, Saturn. So this is the time when you will be experiencing a lot of energy at the workplace. You have a lot of work to finish, or maybe, you want that recognition now. But this is like, making you a little restless also, because it's the Mercury sign after all. So you might just be in that zone where you want to get uplifted, you want to get recognized, you want that name, your name and fame. So all of that will happen once you complete the task, when you complete the goals that you have set. So maintain that, just don't think that everything should come to you easy. No, you have to strive for it. You have to work on yourself. Only then the success will be yours. For sure, the success is coming your way, because Mars is looking at your, in the trine to your 10th house with Ketu. So you're going to be ending something and bridging something else, starting something new, fixing the past in a way. There's something which is tarnished. So now you're going to be fixing that as well. Also, it is good for student natives, because they're going to be very, very hyperactive in their studies. They're going to be more inclined towards acquiring more knowledge. They are also working really hard. But for the childbirth, you have to be a little extra careful. Okay. Venus is transiting your 12th house. So this is a time for expenses on luxurious items. You might just be traveling overseas and you just spend something extra. So that is something which is going to be very, very quite possible. Okay. So yeah, so this is the end of the week. 8th and the 9th, you might just connect with your friends, and you might just connect with the people you are involved with, a community, the circle, or you're going to be throwing a party. So you're just in that mode where, you are going to be more socially inclined, a social animal as you become, so that is something which will be the group, the desire to connect with the group is possible. You're going to be very innovative during this time. You're very expressive. You're very creative. Okay. So this is what is going to be the week looking like. And as far as your health is concerned, I've told you to take care when moon is in your 8th house on the 1st and the 2nd. Also, you have to take care of your relationship. Don't have any ego clashes in your family, within your family, and don't fall prey to the ego clashes. Okay, that's something that I can just guide you through. Coming to the next sign, that is Libra. So for Libra natives, this week moon is going to be transiting your 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th houses. This is a very good time for you to start with, because Mars is also going to be in opposition to this moon. And in the 7th house, I've seen people become very very much inclined or carer to your partner, and you want to spend more time with your partner also. So this is going to be a good time for you to connect with the people around you, with the in your business also. You might just get some exposure, some kind of revelations. You might be just starting something new, some new business, or maybe some new venture you're going to be getting into. And this is also about how your business, your personal relationships are. You will get that awareness also. You are going to be getting quite deepened about your relationships, and you're going to be actually thinking about harmony and peace. If at all you have been thinking of parting ways, now you might be just thinking of compromising. Mars and Ketu are in the Lagna, so you might just get detached with the partner also. So quite likely that you might make hasty decision related to your parting ways. So it's better that you lie low, not to make quick decisions and impulsive decisions right now. Learn about yourself. What is it that you really need to modify? It's not about your partner, it's about you who has to change. And if the partner is not changing, that means there is something that you have to bridge the gap with. There is some misunderstanding or miscommunication which is happening. So when moon is in the 7th house, you will be experiencing that even more. The conflict that is giving you some issues in the relationship. So when moon is in the 7th house, there are some trust issues also I've seen, and you might just be having some then mood swings, as we say. You can be very moody, and you can be having maybe some intimate relationship also, quite possible. And there is a possibility of travels. When moon is in the 7th house, it is a traveler. So you might be just traveling, short journeys, long journeys, depending what Dasha you're in, what is your 9th and 12th house position. So, but it is definitely possible that you can take up the travels during this time. And moon is going to be in your 8th house. There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of negative energy also simultaneously, which is happening, the undercurrent. It is a good time to heal yourself and others. Just get into the depth and the detail of everything that you are experiencing during this time, especially on the 3rd and the 4th. Don't do things superficially. If you want to learn astrology, learn it properly. Learn it the right way. Okay. Go to the right guru. Even if you want to read books, read B.V. Raman's books, read Dr. Ken Rao's books. You will learn a lot. Moon is going to be in your 9th house on the 5th, 6th, and 7th evening. So now here it is going to be trying to Saturn, Mars, and Ketu. So here there is a lot of energy though. The divine grace is there. You're learning knowledge, acquiring more, enhancing and uplifting yourself. That is there. Your spiritual freedom, your mental freedom is there. But at the same time, Mars and Ketu are there in the trine. So you might just get aggressive about your relationship with your guru, with your partner, second partner, or also and also with your children. You might get little carried away and speak something which your partner might, your children might not like as well. For student natives, it's a good time. If you work harder, you will get through the competition that you are sitting for. So the success is yours. And also Sun and Mercury are in the 12th house. So take care of your expenses on the gadgets. With authorities, maybe you will be connecting with the authorities overseas, and you will get that project through. Moon is going to be lastly in your 10th house on the 8th and the 9th. So that's the time you have to be taking care of your your work. Maybe the work is going to increase. Suddenly you will find that there's too much of workload. You have to work harder. You have to study more if you're a student yourself. So pay attention to your health also at the same time, mental health as well as physical health. As it is, you have a trinal connection of Mars, Ketu, and Saturn. So take care of your health, take care of your, while driving, while crossing the road, and take care of your feet region, because Mars, Saturn is about feet pains. I've seen people get osteoporosis and arthritis when Mars and Saturn combination happens, because it's bones and nervous, your blood related issues. Lastly, moon will be in your Cancer sign, as I said. So that's the time when Venus is in your 11th house. So that's a good time. And the Lagnesh is going to be back to the Leo sign. So you're going to be getting that upliftment, though it is a Badhaka planet, but still it is going to be giving you some positive energy, and then it will leave. So you will utilize this time for making and clearing your relationships with the female counterparts, or you will come across somebody who is very creative. You might be thinking about investments during this time, and you will come across somebody who can guide you through. So that is also possible. But Mercury exalted is in your 12th house, so you have to be very cautious. Take the advice of the experts before making decisions about your investments. All right, coming to the next sign, that is Scorpio. So for Scorpio natives, moon is going to be transiting your 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th houses this week. So 6th house is about getting involved in the health issues, getting involved in some fitness regime. You're going to be focusing more on your work, your servient, basically. When you're when it is the 6th house transit, you are more involved in you're more involved in the service attitude. You're going to be doing for others also, and this might bring about some relief. You have been really relief in your environment at the workplace also. The female counterparts might be giving you some support, because this is a Venus in trine to this moon. So this will be a very good time for your health, your fitness regime, your connection with the female counterparts at the workplace, taking care of your mental setup, your routine jobs also. Declutter the environment. Rahu is there, Rahu is deviating you. So just don't take any kind of stress over little things. You might be making wrong choices because of this Rahu. So don't get confused, be straightforward, and speak about things that you are going to be taking up in future. Align yourself well during this time. And in case you're having any kind of lack of organizing, so this is the time when you will be able to reorganize or organize yourself well. And your mood will be more towards health. You're inclined towards health during this time. So don't take stress over small things. Moon is going to be in your 7th house on the 3rd and the 4th, and moon is exalted in the 7th house. So this will bring about relationship, and maybe you will be starting a new relationship. You'll be meeting somebody. Maybe you're going in for some party, you're traveling, you will come across somebody, and this is going to be giving you one-on-one relationship. How your chemistry and bonding is with that person, you're going to be dealing with that as well. You might be paying attention to your physical appearance, your attractiveness, your graciousness, all of that you're going to be focusing on. But remember, you really need to work on yourself first before expecting from others that perfection. So work on yourself. You will feel that, what exactly is happening around me? What is it that is required to be a good person? How you can mend your ways to balance things out. So this is the time when you will be this is the week, actually, the whole week is for self-healing, because once you heal yourself, you understand yourself, only then you will be able to help others, right? And you will be able to balance things out as well. So being in trine to Sun and Mercury, this is going to be uplifting you financially, and maybe you will be investing somewhere this week as well, especially on the 3rd and the 4th. 5th, 6th, 7th evening, moon is going to be in your 8th house. Now, 8th house energy is about deeper experiences. You can't be superficial. How you can make the bonds very, very powerful, very, very strong. You're working on that as well. And this is going to be giving you a lot of emotional issues. And by the end of the day, you will be able to solve them as well. So that's the that's the 8th house energy. Also, you will look at things very objectively. You will now know how you can heal yourself, how you can learn things which can take you to other places. You will be working on your health also very deeply, and there will be some revelations which will be made, and you will come to know about certain things which you shouldn't know. So that is something which might disturb you a bit. So be careful, especially on the 5th, 6th, and 7th evening. Lastly, moon will be in the 8th and on the 8th and the 9th in the 9th house. Now, 9th house energy will give you too much of emotional bent of mind towards growth, expansion, freedom, adventure. You're going to be taking up, your thought process to another level. You're learning, acquiring knowledge. Your creativity is going to be enhanced and uplifted. You're going to be not sitting idle. You're too hyperactive and you're not showing that also to others. You look very calm, but there is a commotion going on within you. That is what Scorpio sign is about. But remember, for Scorpio natives, moon debilitates there, but moon is your trinal lord. So moon only is the grace also. So you must propitiate Chandra. Speak Chandra, Chandra, Chandra. Speak that for 108 times every day, and you will feel the difference yourself. I don't have to mention that, you yourself will feel the difference. So deepening your healing abilities will definitely uplift you and enhance. And also in the 9th house, this is going to be giving you a lot of emotional bent of mind to learn more things. What are your belief system? What is your spiritual growth? That is also you're going to be working on. And you'll be attracted to some other culture also. Maybe you just leave your culture or you just follow some other culture also, quite likely. Okay. So for children, it's a good time. For competition success, it is a good time. And also Mars is looking at your Taurus sign. Mars is looking at your Aries sign, its own zone. So this is a good time for sorting out your loans, your litigation you're entrapped in. Don't start any new litigation or sue anybody, but yes, it is going to sort out the old ones. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. So for Sagittarius natives, this moon is going to be transiting your 5th, 6th, and 7th, and lastly the 8th house. So 5th house transit is very good for love, relationship, romance, children, and progeny, creativity. All of that is going to get triggered up with Rahu and Jupiter also over there. So 5th house is also good for directing your energy towards making yourself confident. What is it that you're lacking? You don't have to show the world. Rather, you can just be strong and work on yourself and be successful, rather than getting that inferiority complex. You could get a situation where there's a sudden desire to see or explore the world, to see the world, or take a trip, to the mountains or maybe some village, countryside. You just want to break the routine, basically. With the 5th house transit, you want to break the routine. This is also the house of pleasures. So you might be getting involved in reading books because Jupiter is there. When moon transits there on the 1st and the 2nd, you might just get involved in all of that. Moon is going to be in the 6th house on the 3rd and the 4th in Taurus sign. And here it is in trine to Ketu and Mars. Mars is looking here, and it is in trine to Sun and Mercury. So this is going to be giving you some authoritative figures. You're going to be meeting up. You're going to be sharing your thought process, your ideas, and you're going to be getting at the right spot because of that. You're going to be really perfect at the craft that you pick up when moon is in the 6th house. You are very detail oriented. You will get into the depth of it. It's the horoscope of the spy when moon is in the 6th house, or Rahu is in the 6th house, or Ketu, as a matter of fact, is in the 6th house. You become very, very minutely, you will get into everything. So that is why when moon is transiting your 6th house, don't expect others to behave the way you are. You're a perfectionist and you expect the others also to behave that way. But strike a balance. Only then you will be successful in your endeavors. Also, moon is going to be in the 6th house. I wanted to say something more, that don't get involved in the smaller petty matters. Moon is going to be in the 7th house on the fifth, sixth, and seventh evening. So now seventh house is about the partnership, relationship, business. So you might just get involved with your partner physically, emotionally also. You want to convey what you're going through. So you might just get a good bonding with that person, or maybe some ex-partner comes into your life and you're having a good time, good gala time, when moon is transiting your seventh house on the fifth, sixth, and seventh evening. So this is going to be giving you issues with the trust also. You might just get involved in some things which are making your partner very agitated, or some mood swings are there. So you might just be having some tug of war between emotions back and forth. But physical intimacy is good. If at all you want to patch it all up, so you can go ahead with that as well. And this is the time when you will be going in for the projection on yourself, on your harmony. You want to secure your harmony, your family. So that is something that this moon in the seventh house will do and help you. Just moon is a traveler also. So maybe, you want to travel and you're booking your tickets, etc. And something happens, which actually, the plan goes back and forth and you feel very uneasy because of that. So that's happening on the third and the fourth, on the fifth, sixth, third house, seventh house. Yeah. Fifth, sixth, seventh evening, fifth, sixth, seventh, till the seventh evening. So seventh house is about security, about harmony. So you will be able to focus on that, but at the same time, Mars, Ketu are also in trine, and Saturn is also in the trine. So your partner might be getting very, very agitated and aggravated also. So you have to figure out how you can work on your relationship and your partnership with your in your relationship, how you can mend ways and do things in a proper manner, balance things out, take your partner out for dinner. Moon is going to be in your eighth house on the 8th and the 9th, and that's the Cancer sign in the eighth house. So this might bring about your deeper bonds. You might just get involved in your relationship in a very emotional manner. It might just stir your emotions also. You are thinking of, not superficially about anything. You're getting into the depth and the detail of everything. You are if you're working on your health, you're working very deeply. You're thinking of taking right kind of advice from the doctor. You're seeking help from the doctor. You're actually putting effort towards making things all right. So as far as your health is concerned, and you're going to be very emotionally involved with the people around you. You're going to be healing them. You're healing yourself as well during this time. So take right kind of food. And if at all you want to figure out your inheritances, you can work on that as well during this time. Moon is going to be lastly in the eighth house, as I said, on the 8th and the 9th. And that's where you will be healing yourself and others as well. Sun and Mercury are well placed, so good for your connection with the foreigners, with the people around you, and also with maybe the connection with the people is going to be enhanced. Okay, and your workplace is going to be a good place for you to work for. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Capricorn. All right, for Capricorn natives, this week moon is going to be transiting your fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh houses. So first and the first, second, moon is going to be in your fourth house, and fourth house you will be feeling quite homey. You want to spend more time with your, with your domestic circle. You want to spend time with your family, friends, and you need to have that privacy. You have been just going around, you have been working hard. Now you want to take a break. This is a comfortable zone for you. You are going to be working on your sense of security. Now you want that security. You want to be with your family, your personal matters. You're going to be spending more time on, and your worldly affairs you will be taking a back seat, maybe, but you want to be with your family. And home is the key. You want to spend time to decorate your home, plug those leakages. You want to just work on all of that as well. And you want to also understand who's your family, what is your family life, what is it that you have to be dependent on. You might be very nurturing, very emotional. Your mood is towards how you can, bind everybody rather than parting ways on the first and the second. Third, fourth moon is going to be in the Taurus sign. It's exalted there, and that's your fifth house zone. So this is the time when you will be very creative. You are going to be experiencing quite emotional in your relationship. You have a very strong desire to create and be more creative and display your talents, and also recreation, hobbies, romance. Don't break up with your partner right now. This is not the good time to do so. Explore the creativity in you. That there is an urge to join a sports activity, maybe, and there is a possibility that you will be working out also during this time. If you are gaining weight, so you'll be working very hard on your body. And this can bring about too much of mood swings also within the family or with your children, especially. You will be having some you want to take a break with your family. Sun and Mercury are in your ninth house. So the luck factor is by your side during this time as well. And don't stress on small things. That's the key to success. Fifth, sixth, seventh evening, moon is going to be in the Gemini sign. And that's where in the sixth house zone, you are, your playful days actually, when the moon was in the fifth house, now they are over. Now you're going to be very much involved in your work. You're dedicated, and you're going to be working on your health also, your fitness regime, diet. You might just take up some diet plan, and also you're going to be working on your routine jobs, and you're going to be having that servient attitude. You're going to be very introverted, but at the same time you're working on organizing and reorganizing and keeping everything in order. So leave the stress aside and work on your health during this time, because Saturn and Ketu and Mars are in trine. Don't fall prey to any kind of litigation. Don't take any kind of loans that stress you out. So just take care of your health. See, Mars exalts in the first house, and it's looking at your first house also. So you will be overprotective about your family, about yourself, and about your children also, because Mars is looking at your first house. So you're going to be having a lot of energy towards that zone. Okay. And it's going to be, it's definitely very positive also at the same time. When you are having these kind of combinations, you do have a sense of doing for yourself and others during this time. So you have that healing capacity. Venus is in the eighth house. Venus is the Sanjeevani. So you will be having improvements in your health and your relationship also. Though Venus is the 10th lord in the 8th house, so you will have upheavals here and there at the workplace. People might be getting a little agitated, but you have a lot of workload to complete. So that is going to be very helpful and positive also at the same time. So complete your tasks on time. And this is the week where you might be having a mix of emotions as well as practical self. Enjoy. There's an entertainment coming through your way. So enjoy this week. Coming to the next sign, that is Aquarius. All right. So for Aquarius natives, moon is going to be in your third, fourth, fifth, and sixth houses this week. And it's going to be giving you a lot of inclination towards acquiring knowledge, understanding people. You might just be, writing something now. You want to write, you want to understand, you're creative. You are very imaginative during this time also. You might be just having a very busier month ahead and you are working on a project or you're working on your presentation, your communication. You're going to be practicing your speech maybe, during this time. And there is a possibility that you can be very restless and bored also because, third house energies, as it is Mars is the ruler. So you might be in the, in that position where you want to explore new things. That's why, you might be taking short journeys, short travels, because you want to just take a break from all of that as well. So this will give you some sense of security, happiness, and you might be just, in that zone where you are going to be speaking to yourself also. That is the reason, it's a house of intellect also. Also, we say imagination. So this is a very creative house, basically. The third house is a very creative house for that reason. Emotional communications will be there with your siblings, with your neighbors, with your peers. So all of that is going to be quite possible. Moon is going to be transiting your Taurus sign on the third and the fourth. So that's the time when you will be experiencing a lot of energy at the home front. You want to spend more time with your family, friends. You want to understand what is the what gives you the security. You want to work on your domestic affairs, your security, your home base. You're not that usual self. You want to be you're a homie, basically. You want to spend more time with yourself and building the sense of security also. You want to just maybe you're in that personal matters more rather than the worldly affairs. And you're going to be maybe changing your home environment. You're working on maybe some renovation, redoing your place. So you have to spend more time there. Mercury and Sun are in the trine to this moon. So this might bring about some emotional connect with the influential people. You might be connecting with your partner emotionally also during this time. And it is also a very good time for, when moon is in the fourth house, it's its own zone, basically. So you will be very emotional about your family members. You want to bind them. You want to maybe connect with your childhood days. Some memory comes up, it shapes you. You will just be thinking about those days, oh, this used to be there, that used to be there. Maybe some ex-partner you're thinking about. All of that is possible. And then moon transits through your fifth house zone, and that's happening on the fifth, sixth, and seventh evening. So fifth house is the energy where you are going to be very expressive. You're going to be expressive and you're going to be pursuing your hobbies, recreation, fun activities. Fifth house is entertainment. So you might be just taking your friends out for a movie, a date, or maybe you're going to be spending time with your children. But don't fall prey to the aggressive tendencies that you can have during this time because of Mars, Ketu, and Saturn in trinal to the fifth house. So this you have to be taking care of. Maybe you will be, it's good if you work out, you work out, follow a sports activity. That is something which will give you some relief also, a balancing factor as far as your health is concerned, connection with your children is concerned, or with your partner is concerned, your physical relationship is concerned. So you have to balance it out. And don't fall prey to the aggressive tendencies. Rather than that, you should just focus on balancing things out and lie low and follow a sports activity and just vent out your energies there. Okay, sudden desire to watch a movie, explore your world, play a game, or maybe more creative, draw a painting, something like that. You should be taking into account on the third and the fourth. Fifth, sixth, and seventh evening, moon will be transiting your sixth house on the 8th and the 9th. And that's the time when you will be more involved in, in work. You will be more engrossed in forming a connection with the people who are, dedicated to the work, or you're working on a, on a project. So you're more occupied in doing things related to your work routine, what you're following. Also, you should be more into, health. Don't fall prey to the fear mongering, because people will misguide you, mislead you. So take the help of the experts if you're going to take major decisions. If you're taking into account litigation, loans, so seek the help of somebody who can guide you properly. Maybe your uncle, aunt, you can just connect with, or maybe you will meet them and you will take that guidance on the 8th and the 9th. So that is something which you should be focusing more on. And also take a break from the routine also, if at all you are just in that grind. Okay, don't be in that rut of doing things, achieving the goals like that. Okay, so that's what. And don't get into the depth and the detail of everything, that spying kind of a nature. That will ruin the whole thing. So you have to be a little more on the calmer side, because when you get into the nitty-gritties or perfecting everything, then you lose out on things. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Pisces, which is the last sign. All right, so this is for Pisces reading. Actually, these are live sessions, so they just stop working at times in between. Okay, so for Pisces natives, this is the time when you will be experiencing, this moon's ingress will be, one sec. Okay, in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th houses this week. So when moon is in the 2nd house, you will experience a lot of energy towards family. You want to follow the family lineage or the value system that your family has been following. But at the same time, Rahu is there, so you will have a tug of war. Whether you should be taking up a right kind of a path, or you should follow a unfair means to make money out of money. So that is also quite possible with this moon in the 2nd house. But this is good for connecting with your family, securing yourself, and maybe making decisions about your money matters, budget planning, etc. Also you will be doing, and you will be maybe taking your friends out for dining, or with your family you'll be going out. You will be maybe reading some books together, learning something, or in that research mode. So this is something which can happen on the 1st and the 2nd. You have to be focused, actually. If you lose focus, then you lose out on achieving your goals. So you must be focused when Rahu is wherever Rahu sits, because Rahu is a deviator. He just deviates you from the path. So don't miss out on the actualities. Okay, so just follow the right path and the right direction, and don't lose out on the righteousness of yours. Okay, moon will be transiting through your 3rd house on the 3rd and the 4th. Now this is a good transit for you, because it is going to be giving you some break from whatever you have been doing, and communication. You're going to be more focused on learning something new. Communication is the key, of course, and of course your mind is a little more inclined towards getting vocal about whatever you could not speak. In this house, even Mars is looking. So there's a lot of courage and risk-taking ability. Maybe you will be joining a new course, joining a new subject, or taking up a new job, a new assignment, and maybe connecting with your partner, or maybe your partner is going to be learning more during this time, or joining a course as well. So this is a good time for self-revelation, basically. It is about you. It's about your sensitive tones, that you have been experiencing from a long time, teaching, speaking, learning. All of these are part of the 3rd house zone. And when moon is there, you actually encourage yourself. You bring about the hidden realms, and you become very strong. So this is the time to make risk-taking decisions, actually. It's good for the businessmen, actually, whenever moon is there. So with Mars also looking here right now, as of now, I'm saying so. So this is a good time for making decisions related to your finance, related to your travels, short journeys, and acquire more knowledge. So learn more and impart more knowledge during this time. If you're looking for a presentation, you're preparing for it, it's going to be a super, super hit. Moon is going to be in your Gemini sign in the 4th house on the 5th, 6th, and the 7th evening. And it's going to be in trine to Mars, Ketu, and Saturn as well. So now here, when in the fourth house, when moon is, you're quite domestic. You're quite involved in the home front, home base. You've traveled, you've done a lot. Now you want to take a break. You want to spend more time with your family, and you want to do things at home. So this week you will be more involved in the family matters. Maybe, you're going to be purchasing property. You're going to be redoing your place. You're going to be, renovating your place. You're connecting with your childhood days. You come across that album or the photographs, and, you just start remembering and recalling everything. You call your friends over for a party and a get together. Your mood is like that only. You're very moody. You're very emotionally involved with yourself. So this is the time when you will be experiencing a lot of inward energy. You don't want to go out. You want to be homey. You want to spend time with your family. Start a new education. Start reading some books. Lastly, moon will be in your 5th house. That is on the 8th, 9th. So that's the time when you will be experiencing a lot of energies towards outwards. You want to entertain yourself, fun activities, watching a movie, taking a partner out, physical relationship. All of that is evident. Creativity. You want to draw some picture, take a photograph, or connect with your partner, with your children. Fun activities, playing game with your partner, with your children. That is also quite possible. So you are going to be breaking away from the routine jobs, actually, entertaining hobbies you're going to be pursuing. It's good if you are involved in some physical activities, sports activity. It will actually vent out all your negative energies. The toxins will not accumulate. So just follow that advice. You must work out. It's going to help you only. Okay. And from the daily routines, now you're going to be in the creative pursuits. Also good time for student natives, good time for health improvement. Mars and Ketu are in the 8th house, but it will give you some relief there. Mental setup might be a little anxious. You might get a little aggressive, but it will be toned down by the Jupiter's energy. So this is what this is going to be for the Pisces. And you must actually, also heal others. Take up some courses where you can learn more about healing. That will be good remedy also for you. So this is it for all the 12 signs, and just enjoy this week. Have a great week ahead. And if at all you are seeking help and advice from an astrologer, please do visit us and write an email, and you will get to know the process of booking a reading with me. We are running the discounts, as you all know. Stay blessed, everyone. Have a great, great week ahead, and a great month ahead also. Stay blessed. Om Tat Sat.